When did you first show symptoms of type 1 diabetes?
I didn't know until I was diagnosed, because it was like crazy how I found out. My friend pricked my finger, and then I went to the hospital, and they asked about my symptoms, and I was like, I didn't have any symptoms, but they started like listing out the symptoms, and I was like, oh, I did have those. I was drinking a lot, I was peeing a lot, I was dropping weight, I was sleeping in a lot, I would have blurry vision every, so often, and I guess those were my symptoms.
When you were first diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, we discussed this off camera, but what did they say you got it from?
A flu vaccine.
Can you explain about how the flu
Yeah.
vaccine gave you type 1 diabetes?
Yeah, so my grandma asked me to get it because she was living with us at the time. And so I got the vaccine. And then 6 months later, I found out I had type 1 diabetes. And they had said that I had had it for 6 months and didn't know. My endocrinologist said that an autoimmune gene mixed with something in that flu vaccine came together and attacked my pancreas. And that's how I got type 1 diabetes.
How scary was it for you when you were first diagnosed?
It was terrifying because I was a year after high school. I was 19. COVID was first a thing. I had to go in the hospital by myself, so I had nobody there for emotional support. And just to get that life-changing news was not fun. And I was scared and I cried a lot, but I knew that I'd be okay.
Having your family supporting you, you told me about this.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of go into how has your family supported you throughout this journey?
Yeah, so my mom was on the phone with me the entire time. As soon as she found out that I had type 1 diabetes, she would be reading all about it until I got home, and she was like my educator. She already knew about it before I even got home because she wanted to be there for me as much as possible. My dad was also there for me. He's just there for emotional support. I mean, he was also emotional about it because, his daughter just was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that she's going to have the rest of her life. So that was really tough for them, but they've been with me through it all. They know it's not easy, and they don't act like I'm fine because, sometimes I'm not, but we get through it.
And also you talked about Bruno.
Yeah,
Dog.
I got a dog. So a few weeks after I was diagnosed, I asked my parents if I could get a dog for emotional support, and they were like, yeah, absolutely. So Bruno was found underneath a house with his mom and a few other pups, and I went to see him, and I was like, listen, this dog is my dog. We had an instant connection. He was so sweet, and he just instantly made me feel better, and yeah, I love that thing. He's so cute.
What would you recommend for someone who recently has been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes in a situation similar to yours?
Wow, that's a good question. I would just say that, you're going to be okay. It's really overwhelming at first, but you just have to trust your doctors, just read up on it, watch videos. Everybody is different. Every type 1 diabetic is different. We have the same disease, but our bodies handle it differently. So it's just, you have to, listen to your body, listen to your doctors, but most importantly, listen to your body and get to know how diabetes is controlling your life.
Thank you.
You're welcome.